A woman went to the hospital for a gynecological checkup, but she was mistakenly identified by the doctor as the candidate for artificial insemination. The malicious woman who actually needed the procedure was waiting in the next room. When she learned that the CEO's sperm had been mistakenly inseminated into the wrong woman, she stormed out angrily to confront the woman. However, the two passed each other without meeting. 5 years later, the woman brought her 5-year-old daughter to interview at a publicly traded company. She left her daughter in the lobby to wait. Unexpectedly, as soon as she left, the CEO arrived in the lobby. The CEO felt an instant connection upon seeing the little girl. The malicious woman nearby tried to catch the CEO's attention, falsely claiming that if she hadn't miscarried 5 years ago, the child they would have had from the insemination would be this age. Little did she know that she was never actually inseminated, and that the girl in front of them was the CEO's real child. Seeing the CEO heading straight for the elevator, the malicious woman quickly followed, threatening the CEO with his grandmother's orders to marry her. But the CEO refused to marry her, no matter what, because every time he saw her, he felt disgusted. The malicious woman assumed the CEO was in a bad mood because he had lost their child. The woman waiting for the elevator overheard their conversation and thought the man was despicable. When she reached out to press the elevator button, they accidentally touched. The woman felt repulsed and wiped her hand repeatedly, casually muttering "scumbag" under her breath. The CEO heard this and was instantly furious, demanding an apology from the woman, but she insisted she wasn't wrong, convinced the man was an irresponsible jerk, and angrily berated him. Little did the woman know that the man was not only the CEO of the company she was about to join, but also the father of the daughter she had accidentally conceived 5 years ago. The CEO had never been so humiliated in his life, and he became intensely interested in this bold woman. The next day, when the woman came to work, she was called to the CEO's office by his assistant. As she absent-mindedly picked up a magazine, she was horrified to discover that the scumbag she had encountered in the elevator was actually the CEO. She's worried that if the CEO recognizes her, she'll be in trouble, and decided to leave the company early. But before she could escape, she saw someone open the door. Thinking it was the CEO, she quickly hid. Just then, the malicious woman entered, carrying a cup of coffee. She called her aunt and said she would make sure the CEO accepted her today. The woman overheard and realized the coffee must be tainted. At that moment, the CEO entered the office, and upon seeing the malicious woman, he was immediately furious, ordering security to throw her out. Seeing this, the woman also tried to sneak away, but the CEO called out to her. She hurriedly greeted him, pretending she didn't recognize him, but the CEO instantly recognized her as the woman from the elevator. He decided to have a cup of coffee before punishing her. Sensing danger, she stopped him, advising him not to drink it. The CEO asked if she had poisoned the coffee. She denied it, saying she wouldn't dare. To test if the coffee was poisoned, the CEO insisted she take the first sip. The woman pushed the cup back, urging the CEO to drink it instead. The coffee was passed back and forth between them. Suddenly, both began to feel an unbearable heat, realizing too late that they had been poisoned by inhaling the coffee's vapors. The toxins in the vapor had already entered their systems. Soon, the effects took hold, and the only way to neutralize the poison was through a rather intimate method.